Hi everybody, it's Dr. Magnifico from JRSVet and Probably.com. It is Sundays with Serafina, which unbeknownst to me or unrecognizably to me has sort of become a thing. People tell me all the time, I love Sundays with Serafina, and even though I've done it a couple of weeks, it's by far the most requested thing. So I'm going to try to pick a topic every week, and I'm going to try to spend some time talking to you guys about it. I come in early every Sunday so I can spend time with Serafina, who has been alone Saturday and Sunday because she lives in the clinic house. So during the week she gets tons and tons of attention and she sleeps very well at night, but then on the weekends it gets quiet here. So I come in early and I spend some time with her and Oreo, who's always down at my feet and is not such a lap kitty. But Serafina is definitely my lap kitty, and she adores the time together. And I make a cup of tea, so you can hear the tea kind of in the background. But it's just my way to kind of come in, take a deep breath, relax, get myself in a good frame of mind for Sundays, which can sometimes be very chaotic. Sundays are our walk-ins. So we do walk-ins from 1 to 3. It's really my favorite day of the week for a couple of reasons. One, I get the whole clinic to myself and all of the staff, so we can run really super fast and efficient. The less cooks you have in the kitchen, the easier it is to keep everybody kind of on task. And then I never know what's walking in the door, so it's sort of the thrill seeker in me. I was never one for heights or like bungee jumping or anything, but I love medicine and I love not knowing what's coming in. So that's kind of meeting the emergency vet inside me. But today's topic is going to be cats and carriers. I have a couple of really big pet peeves, and one of them is cats and carriers. I want every single cat who is in a car, who is coming to the veterinary clinic, who is moving from their very safe home to any place else, to be in a cat carrier. I tell people all the time, every time you see one at a yard sale for a couple of bucks, just stop by and pick it up. It's really important to have one, and it's really important that you guys use it. So use a cat carrier. I know your cat is happier on your lap. I know that they're going to throw up and have diarrhea and make a lot of noise in the cat carrier, but they are far safer. So they belong in a cat carrier. It's like using a seatbelt in the car on your kids. I know your kids don't want to be, belted into a safety seat, but they really need to be. It's really for their safety. So for the very short period of time that your cat is in a carrier or being transported, just do it safely. If you're going to go on long distances, then I say to do the following. Shred up newspaper, put it in the carrier, put your cat in the carrier, put a blanket over it. Cats really like dark, confined spaces, so they're going to be much happier and much more comfortable if that's what's going on. And then keep a separate pile of newspaper and cleaner available. So if you're going on a long road trip, sort of have everything that you need so that if there is vomiting or diarrhea in the car, you can switch it out safely. Make sure you do all of that while you're in the car with the doors closed and locked so that no one will mistakenly open the door. And then just be really safe. Cats get really freaked out, and if they do get freaked out, they will run away and hide. That is their natural tendency. I can't even tell you how many times we've had a cat get lost here at the clinic. Somebody walks in with their cat in their arms, they're holding their cat from the car to the clinic, and as they're walking in the door, some big dog is walking out of the door and sees a cat and goes to introduce themselves. And then the cat jumps out of their arms. We've had multiple cats in the backfield who have been lost. People have spent days and weeks. We had somebody who came and tented out in the backyard, had a priest come with holy water, and they never found their cat because getting from the clinic parking lot to the clinic, they lost their cat because they got scared. So please don't use a box. It's just not very safe and it's not very secure. Get a cat carrier. If you need one, you can always come to Jared's Full Vet and we'll give you one. We have them always ready and available. You can borrow it before you need to come to the clinic. There's Oreo. And then just bring it back to us after. Safety comes first. I know your cat is not happy in the carrier, but they are certainly very safe, and that's how we want them to be. So please, please, please use a cat carrier. The only exception might be if you have a cat that's used to a harness, in which case they're comfortable in the harness and they're comfortable on a leash and harness, in which case you can kind of treat them like we do the dogs, which is a harness and a leash. But bring them in a safe carrier. I really like the carriers that have the tops that open. So the ones that are easy to break down and the tops that open, it's easier for us to get your cat out than trying to go in the front and extract them when they're already hiding in the back and they don't want to come out. But safety first. So if you're coming to the clinic, please put your cat in a carrier at your house. I have another tip for that. If your cat is really elusive of the carrier, bring the carrier out a couple days beforehand, let it become kind of part of your furniture. If you need to take a pillowcase, roll it down in its sides so it's got the sides rolled out around it, put your cat in the middle of it and then kind of pull the sack together so there you can kind of lower the sack into the carrier and then they can get out of the pillowcase. But that's another easy way. But safety first. If they're crying, if they're complaining, don't talk to them because you're not going to make it better. You can put a towel over them to kind of muffle the noise and then just get to the vet's office. If they make a mess, we will help you clean it up. Don't worry about that. People get really embarrassed and it happens all the time, but we would rather have them get to and from us safely than have them be lost in the field or lost. I've had people get into car accidents, and if your cat is not in a carrier, your cat will get out and you may never, you know, God only knows how you'll find them from there, or God forbid, if you're on a highway and you get in an accident, your cat gets lost. I mean, you don't want your cat on the highway. So those are my safety tips for transporting kitties. If you have any questions, concerns, or you have any tips, please share them in this feed. Until then, we will see you every Sunday here with me and Serafina, who now you get to look at her butt because she's looking out the window with me. And then here's Oreo. Say bye, Oreos. Bye, babies. Bye, everybody. Have a great week. We'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.